Hmm.
We need only bring this dish to the smithy. Are we to escort Miss Durran there, or use the ferry stone she gave us? I can guide you there if you wish. Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who
Słuchajcie.
knows the way.
Checking out how they go about, how they move, how they twist and shout. Like an agent in foreign soul, yeah. Undercover folk soldier here, you ain't safe anywhere. With a pen and a pad at hand, writing down what I get to see, making music constantly.
Follow me.
Well. I'm gaming, you ain't. I'm funky, you ain't nothing but a punk, you know. I am an undercover folk soldier. An undercover folk soldier. I am an undercover folk soldier.
Then I shall remain by your side.
When I'm out in the club at night, yeah, educating people on the floor.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I say we collect as much as we can carry.
You don't have to do what you've been told.
Watch out for the choppers! Flame is its weakness. Feeling weary? Not me. I dare say I could lift an ox. Let the elements power your strike! Not sure why, but I'm feeling exceptionally fine today.
Come on! Don't drag this out!
Let us see what you're made of! Fret not! I'll make the pain go away. Best keep still a moment. We've not to ponder but our success, for come what may, we will triumph! Very well, I shall return. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Yon statue may yield new sights, if we can reach it.
Why don't we go take a look?
Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
That's the spirit!
Oh,
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
pour la pizza, non?
Could you come over here?
Non, il n'est pas revenu le truc.
Do try to keep me in your sights, Master. I shan't lead you astray.
Ils sont buggés ou quoi? Elle a pas la passe draconique, elle? Ah si, putain, elle l'a. Non, pas ton perso. Ah, parce qu'elle est trop loin. Mais ouais.
Right, just follow me.
Attends, je vais voir si Olivia est là. Bon, ça me permettrait de faire un succès, mais... Non, Olivia elle l'a pas. Olivia, ça se verrait. Mais sur les yeux clairs, putain, ça se voit pas. Mais de toute façon, je suis en live si tu veux voir. Et en fait, elle refuse d'obéir. Putain, j'en parlais hier de la peste draconique, mais... Comment elle a réussi à le choper? Pourtant, je l'ai pas réinvoqué, Bobo. Putain, ton perso, par contre, ça va être difficile de le voir. Hein.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it
Non,
seems
ta
I'm...
gueule. Mais tu vois, elle refuse de m'écouter. Olivia, elle est buggée, je crois.
This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths
Ton
complement
perso
each other well.
m'écoute. Ton perso
Adventure awaits.
n'est pas
I
décidant.
suppose 'tis so.
What is the meaning of this, Arisen?
Je le remets sur une autre, c'était peut-être ça qui l'a fait bugger. Olivia, elle est buggée, j'ai l'impression.
Methinks we
Tu vois,
can
en
move
fait,
this
ils
boulder
viennent
if
pas
we
vers
work
moi, ils se
together.
téléportent quand je les appelle.
Push is what's needed here.
Ouais, ouais, je sais.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. We need only bring this dish to the smithy. Are we to escort Miss Darren there, or
Surtout Bobo là.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by
Ah là, tu
spreading
le
it
vois
out
qu'elle a
among
la
us
peste.
pawns.
We need only bring this dish to the smithy.
Are we to escort me? I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. These opportunities are few and far between. Speak up if you've aught to say.
Moi, à voir, hein, peut-être ton perso va l'avoir, vu qu'elle elle l'a. Ah, c'est pas grave, tu l'auras. Bon, là, Olivia, elle me suit. En fait, Olivia, elle était buggée.
I shall come at once, Arisen.
Mais... Bobo m'a pas...
I'll gladly take on any number of foes. You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
'tis easily done?
Si Olivia me suit, Bobo me suit pas. Tu vois, Mélina, maintenant c'est Mélina qui me suit pas, tu vois. C'est assez étrange. Peut-être il y a l'infection qui va sur Mélina maintenant. T'en fous, tu t'es plus sur le jeu. Mais au moins ça me permettra de faire un des succès. Ah si, elle me suit Mélina. C'est ressusciter plusieurs personnes en même temps. Ouais, je sais pas, c'est bugué. Oui, c'est Bobo qui fait de la merde. Mais Bobo a la peste. Non, je veux faire le succès où elle tue tout le monde. Parce que je l'ai jamais vu ce truc. Oui aussi. Ah mais je préfère que ce soit un pion qui le fasse.
Whatever comes, I shall rise to meet it.
Surtout que j'ai jamais eu la cinématique en fait. Quand elle tue tout le monde. Toi tu l'as pas eu? Ah oui mais non, toi t'as jamais eu le tuto.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself.
Mais hier tu vois je l'avais pas. Elle était pas infectée hier. Je compte par là.
It is no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Something troubling you, Master. I cannot imagine why anything should.
The ogre is distracted with a woman in sight. If we're to strike, now is our best chance. Hurry!
Bear in mind that the brute will seek out women with unwavering persistence.
'Tis a tendency we might exploit, though to do so would be to court danger.
Do not waste the chance. Press home our advantage.
I shall lead the charge!
Aware of the
Putain, comme elle s'est éloignée Bobo du combat. Mais je pense en fait elle est bloquée dans l'ordre en avant. Ça doit être ça. Parce que tu vois elle essaye de m'emmener
You weren't expecting much.
sur le chemin pour la quête justement.
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts. Was there not?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my legs are stiff as
Ils ont du mal à
boards.
suivre. Hein.
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the
Tu vois, elle
final
vient
say
pas,
in the
hein.
matter.
De toute façon elle est obligée de se TP.
Oh, there's something written here.
Life's best take. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant
Thanks, Cuz. Here, Cuz. Just my way.
Ça c'est fait. Maintenant. On va aller à mon logement. Alors maintenant, qu'est-ce que je fais? Est-ce que je vais dans le village de Mel? Je vais dormir là-bas, comme ça la zone elle est plus petite, il y a moins de personnes.
Follow me.
Oh, tu sais quoi? On va le faire dans cette zone.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Alors, par contre, on va voir qu'est-ce qui se passe. Normalement, si je dors, ça devrait lancer la séquence. Alors, mettre la musique pour avoir le machin. Et normalement, c'est quand on dort dans une auberge, ça devrait se déclencher.
There are worse things than turning in early, I must say.
Ah non. Alors, elle est revenue de la faille. Elle me donne un poisson. Ah bah c'est toi.
Traveling in other worlds is all very exciting. Our adventure continues.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only ready to tackle today's adventures, Arisen.
Alors, par contre... Elle a pas la peste. Elle a toujours la peste. Ouais, que ça te chope. Ah! Attends, je vais essayer de le déclencher. Hein.
Getting proper rest.
Non.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I'm yours to command,
Alors, il faut dormir le soir.
I have no issue falling asleep.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace. I hope you...
How fares my brother? The Arbor Heart.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the... Good evening, Arisen.
Ah, c'est Olivia qui l'a, regarde. Ah ouais, elle a les yeux bleu-vert. Et maintenant, c'est Olivia qui l'a chopé. Regarde. Là, tu le vois en plus bien sur ses yeux à elle. Regarde Fury. Et normalement, ça devrait être bon.
Nothing to report, I'm afraid. It pains me to say it. Ah, how I've longed to... I'm in fine fettle today, Master. The curious fever that's been plaguing me of late is gone entirely. Prod me if you must, Master, but I've
De
nothing
quoi?
more to say. Ready to tackle today's adventures, Arisen? Getting proper rest?
Merde, mais... C'est plus Olivia qui l'a. Et j'ai pas l'impression que c'est ton perso, elle l'a perdu, je crois, naturellement. Ça me paraît étrange. Je peux pas... ton perso, je peux pas voir très net, non? Ouais, mais normalement, j'ai une cinématique. Qui fait que... Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Il y a plein de trucs qui ont pourri, forcément.
Where was I headed?
Non, tu vois, ils sont vivants. Perso, il a pas les yeux qui shine. Bah les deux, bah maintenant attends, de toute façon ils m'obéissent tous maintenant. Ouais les... Ouais non, ils avaient la peste mais... La peste ne s'est pas déclenchée. Bon bah tant pis. Ou tant mieux, je sais pas.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale.
Bon bah... On va mettre la musique. Hein. Il n'y a pas eu de peste draconique, c'est bien dommage.
Even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermont is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off left off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a fall
Bon.
But when our hero drew his blade, unto him was a mark.
On va se TP, ça va aller plus vite.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Tu sais que Takeo il est en train de...
Well met, sir.
Ah bah... C'est vrai, maintenant j'ai fait passer le temps lui.
You'll be glad to know that I finally finished my reading of that grimoire we spoke of.
Parce que vu que j'ai dormi plusieurs fois, t'as sa quête à lui qui a avancé justement.
Which brings me to a curious point. There's a favor I'd ask of you. Hmm? What happened to my eye? Oh, never mind the bandage. 'Tis nothing serious. Now, as I was saying, I'd like for you to find the grimoire's second volume for me. 'Twould seem 'tis part of a set, and will only reveal its true power when both tomes are in hand. The copy I possess is but the first, one half of a whole. I've heard tell that its twin can be found in a queer little shop in Vermont. Alas, passing through the border checkpoint is no simple matter for a humble merchant like myself. But you, sir, I dare say you are not of Batar. Then you ought have no trouble passing through the checkpoint. I implore you, find that second volume for me. All I want is to give my family a decent life, the life they deserve. This is my chance to provide for them as I ne'er have.
A queer little
What business have you here?
Mother, quick! Over here!
Beg pardon, sir, but I must ask you to stop aiding my husband. He lost his eye while reading that grimoire. His eye! I can't bear to see him involved with that fell thing anymore. But he refuses to listen to me.
He's been saying not to worry, that he'll make us more money soon. 'Tis as if he's lost his mind how much he repeats it. 'Tis all my fault, Mother. He's only been like this since I said I wished we had an easier life.
No, 'tisn't, dear, and don't you fret. Your father, he'll be back to his old self before you know it. Pray, sir, seek out that grimoire if you must, but do not give it to my husband. I beg of you.
Ought we to give Sir Isaac the grimoire as he requested? 'Tis a quandary indeed.
Welcome. Well met. Always a pleasure.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
If I could, I'd never leave. Your bag!
And who's that you've got with you?
An elf? I ne'er met one afore. Not quite what I imagined, if I'm honest. Well met. The name's Sarah. I'm an apprentice here at the smithy.
Well met.
She's the one who's after the scale cinder, I expect. Have you brought some of that elven delicacy along with you then, like I suggested?
Yes, I have the Nutriarb with me.
Marvellous. I thought I smelt it on you. Mark me, you put that in front of Brocker, and he'll fain hear out your request. Right, follow me. I've just cleaned out the forge, see, so we'll need to make for the cavern where we dump all the excess scale cinder. Come on, you two. The cavern's this way.
Shall we follow Sir Sarah, Master? With any luck, we'll have pockets full of scale cinder before the day is done.
No quarrel here.
Think on this.
Fils de pute.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Right, here we are. Oi, Brocker, you in here?
What's all this racket? I thought I told you that... You imbecile! You brought an elf here, of all things! Get her out of here, now!
Hold a moment, Brocker. She's brought something for you. Don't you want to see what is?
A gift. For you.
Ah! What makes you think I'd be able to stomach your elven cooking? I'm gonna go dispose of this, and I expect the elf to be gone when I return.
What am I to do now?
What you came here for, of course. This is your chance.
Truly? But
You'll have to be quick, mind. Brocker makes short work of his meals. While you're at it, you might have yourselves a little competition, eh? See who can collect more of the stuff. Anyway, good luck. I'll be outside keeping watch. Best start searching. Brocker might be back any moment.
the cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Keep your eyes peeled and beware of dark corners.
By your leave. Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle. We are to retreat, then?
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. Pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Lucky us. That's worth taking.
Keep your ear... Might betray themselves with a slight sound.
Oh, 'twas but a trick of the light. Times must be tedious if you've resorted to challenging beasts to bouts.
Forgive me. I could not help but laugh.
Where else can I look?
My heart is racing. I thought the dwarf would catch us. How much scale cinder did you get? You've got so much. With this, the arbor heart will undoubtedly recover. For now, I must return and tend to the arbor heart. I hope you will come visit us again. I should like you to see the arbor heart, restored. And I must thank you as well, Sarah. You and the blacksmith, Brocker.
Not at all. 'Twas my pleasure. I'm sure Brock'd say the same if he weren't so stubborn.
Now the arbor heart is sure to recover, and seeing Miss Darren's cheerful mien made all...
No thanks needed. I was just glad to be of use. I hope the scale cinder sees that tree of hers flourish.
I shouldn't like to take on any foe in these conditions. I'm apt to slip and fall on the enemy's sword.
He's a nuisance, but our enemy is likewise plagued by the rain. Unless I'm very much mistaken, we've got just what we need tucked away in storage.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
Yes, Master.
What business?
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you always a pleasure?
Nothing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Look around if you...
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying, but don't.
Hmm.
You dared. Many thanks.
Polish up my gear for tomorrow.
We've arrived well enough. Where to? Next.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey. When treated to the, you know where to find.
The rules at your neck.
This
solution eludes me, but
Well met.
you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when... treated to the former. Much obliged.
Ils ont ramené combien?
No wisdom to offer.
I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest.
Welcome.
Catching naught but fry of late.
I do so enjoy our talks.
Townspeople depend on it.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen. You...
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Oh, it's so shiny.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your... However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
Will he truly be all right?
Best watch yourself.
Some other time.
Gazing upon the sea makes me feel...
That woman's taking advantage of us, she is. She knows full well we've nowhere else to turn.
Will he truly be all right?
That woman's taking...
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir.
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world at night.
Share with me your troubles.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my beer.
What should I get up to today? Nothing ever seems to happen. I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
What's going on?
So tired. Barely the vim to tie my boots.
My bed.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
This is a place of prayer.
A moment's prayer can do...
My prayers will surely be rewarded to me. I fear I've much to attend to.
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. But that we had more...
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
I knew it to be so.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
I like that.
I spend my days in...
I fear I've much to attend to. I do hope not before.
Need someone to talk to?
Best watch yourself.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
An unsettled mind.
I trust all's well, sir.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
There are worse things than turning in a... Nighttime already? I thought 'twas rather dark.
Step lively. Journey by starlight.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I'm ill fond of the dark, but I'll serve you as best I can. Should you need to communicate in Elvish, aught about this reeks of a plot. Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
Can't we make our own way? Hope I didn't leave the pot on fire.
We found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room.
Not a bad idea.
Elena. Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly... Aught about this reeks of a plot.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw afore coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know. You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found... These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
This place gives me an ill feeling.
I worked hard today. I suppose that's enough for one day. Mine is a life devoted.
The sun's too bright for these poor eyes.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
I be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
Mystifying. Must you run so fast? I can hardly...
Might as well take a look. While you're here, many thanks. Need anything?
J'en ai pas mis. Sérieux? Chier, bon.
Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Yes, yes, of course. We were speaking of mayhap 'tis beyond your ken. But this world of ours, this world is endless. And yet, such is the lot of the real world is not nearly so stacked. Is there a way to travel to the... What I will say, you doubt your ears, but I...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Arisen. I know of at least one location in...
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village yet again, if you can believe it. Just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi, what are you doing standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas, this is the good sir I spoke of, the one who called the Saurians for us.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish the job.
My apologies for the chief's temperament, yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say you are the only one upon whom we can depend.
These Saurians are a stubborn lot. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Dripping gets the worst. One of us has been drenched.
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than a friend to Har Village, Sir Arisen. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot...
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave. How many times have we said none are to tread there? But he just had to poke his nose where it didn't belong. There can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians' attack.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
trust a beastra to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrons go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up after them.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize. It would seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that, you have our gratitude, Sir Arisen. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
A ruder fellow I never met. The village's troubles are far from done, if you ask me.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths. Mayhap I will find myself a better man.
The stars glimmer gorgeously this night.
Right you are. Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep? It is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
We make them rue their own impatience. We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long.
By your leave. We are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
Chier.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Ouais, presque. Non. On est fait par le chien. Putain d'accord, c'est ça aussi.
I believe yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly.
Say, does this foe not remind you of a certain someone we've met?
What are you doing? We are in the midst of battle.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route. We've arrived, just as planned. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
My magics are at your disposal.
My word! Never did I dream we would come upon such a rarity.
Master, do take.
Look, Master! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
could look upon this sky for all eternity. If it wasn't for the crick in my neck.
This day's an upward, and you'll like to stumble along.
This spell will empower his elemental magic.
Take that! For a moment, I thought I had met my end. My thanks to you, Arisen.
Now then, which way?
Ah, let us pick a path and be done with it. If our choice is a poor one, we can simply return.
When tardy, be sure to avoid open flame. I will finish this, here and now.
This bow is drawn to women as a moth to a flame.
Focus your attack.
I can lead the charge.
Easily done.
Attack now, while those defensive is King Joy's favorite friend.
You hurry. Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. Things happen.
Sorry, Master.
Fire won't do much good here. Let's try a different tack.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave. I'm not tired in the least. I'm...
Going to regret that.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
Thank you, Arisen. One might comfort.
You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
A profitable endeavor.
The monster seems to have dropped something.
must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Fear not, 'tis well in hand.
T'essayes de ramener des gens sur Star Citizen, toi? De quoi? Ah bah oui. Mais il t'attend sur le salon vocal. Bah oui. Et ma bébé s'est couchée. 21h15. Ah bah il a 1 heure d'avance. Ah bah il a 15 minutes d'avance. Fury regarde son hentai. Aïe. Hop là. Une dragon de Dogma. Ah bah rip. Non mais j'ai un ogre qui m'a chopé. Sauf que Olivia lui a fait la toupie sur le coin de la gueule, alors ça lui a pas fait du bien. Non, le stream t'entend pas. Ah oui, ça j'ai entendu, t'inquiète. Ah et putain, je suis con, j'aurais pu me... Maintenant que j'y pense, putain. J'aurais pu me raccourcir mon chemin, je suis trop con. J'ai des appâts à harpie.
Another statue. Aught within me yearns to climb it.
Ouais, mais c'est ça, mais en fait, avec les appâts à harpie, tu sais, tu peux invoquer une harpie. Et t'as justement un pont où si tu fais, tu sais, si tu complètes pas, enfin si t'avances pas dans l'histoire, le pont il est toujours pas reconstruit, tu vois ce que je veux dire? Est-ce que t'es sur le stream? Je parle de ce pont là. C'est celui-là, tu vois, c'est ce pont-là. Pour aller au village d'étape. Non. Je parle du colosse qui sort de la mer ici, là. Non, non. Bah non. Et le truc, c'est que si t'avances pas dans l'histoire, il est pas reconstruit. Mais sauf que je suis con, j'ai des arpes à harpie, j'aurais pu les utiliser et m'envoler pour passer de l'autre côté. Et au lieu de ça, j'ai fait tout le détour comme ça. Bon, au moins, ça m'a permis de choper un insigne. Mais ouais. Ah et toi t'étais pas là pendant hier quand j'ai découvert que il y en avait un qui avait pris Olivia et qui lui avait laissé des armes dans son inventaire. Si si. On va pas prendre ce chemin là, on va prendre ce chemin là.
What
Voilà.
a strange dream I was having.
On va prendre. Hein. Tellement rouillé la voiture.
We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
Tiens, j'arrive pas à faire mes... Voilà. Je pouvais choper le tétanus.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way? Fortunately for you, I've a mind for maps. I know the way. Follow me.
I say we set out at once. The sooner we arrive, the sooner we find out what we're dealing with.
Elle a acheté quoi? Elle trouve 2 téléphones, où ça? Ah.
I'll get that for you.
Here we go again.
Give no quarter!
Understood.
C'est bon ça. Moi je me suis réveillé juste au moment où il montrait la bande, le nouveau trailer, c'est tout. Je me suis réveillé à ce moment-là. Et ensuite j'ai vu tout le trailer et ensuite je me suis réendormi. Mais il faudrait que je vois qu'est-ce qu'ils ont dit exactement.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
J'ai pas pu te dire le live du JDG. Ah oui, mais ils faisaient... Parce qu'ils faisaient tous les trois le même live. De quoi? C'est lequel? Ah oui, le truc où tu captures des monstres. Ah, c'est le gobelin qui parle.
Crab triumph by the horns.
you wish. I shall return directly.
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
Growling. Time. Welcome. If you think me a liar, then
Là, je l'ai déjà acheté, il faut que je lui demande une contrefaçon.
buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Hope to see you again.
Faut que je le reprenne. Comment il s'appelle ce livre là?
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy.
Sur la transmigration des âmes level 2.
Hope to
Enfin,
see you
tome
again.
2.
Have you not eyes to see my busy state?
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds.
Ah oui. Bah oui, forcément.
Here, at least. Pleasure doing business.
We have acquired the grimoire entitled On the Transference of Souls, just as Sir Isaac requested. Will we be delivering it to him? The choice is yours to make, Master, but let us speak with him either way. I take it you've some...
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and... Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little... Patience is all. Many thanks to you.
I don't need this right now. Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowd.
À plus.
But here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace. Peace and quiet. Pleasure doing bit. Go on, have a look. Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here. At least you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Pleasure doing business.
Welcome, sir. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation. How goes the collection? Made any pro? Do come again.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Many thanks.
Our coin reserves are much depleted after that indulgence.
Spending so freely offers a unique sort of joy. Let's keep our noses to the grindstone, that we might do it again soon.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance it is? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take... Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Best not be bothering me.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Today.
We'll see.
Now we can return to this location whenever we've a ferry stone to hand.
Greetings, sir. We see a great many customers given our location. Well, I net. Interested in my wares?
That's enough intellectual labor. Peruse at your leisure, sir.
No shortage of easy marks.
My feet, I always draw a short straw.
Il est passé où ce con?
Our fortunes are looking up. All the more so if we sell this newfound.
What is it? I've not had the time to look into that mixture of yours yet.
Politics this morning.
Greeting. We see a great many customers. Not half.
Wait for your equipment. Confound it.
Welcome, sir, after all. 'Tis folly to linger on a single vocation. Do come.
Ouais, c'est pas ici.
Reckon trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here...
I have no issue falling asleep. I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway? Now we should be able to transport ourselves here at any time, so long...
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I'm yours to command, Arisen.
I've got wares of every ilk. Pleasure doing business with.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailments, certainly, but only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
arrived well enough. Where to next?
Well, take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Stop by again soon. Faring well,
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
My head hurts just thinking about it. Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be moved to the basement sick room. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health, I'm sure of it.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once.
Oh, someone help me. Oh, someone.
What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the Abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
I hear the coronation is to be held anon. Good thing, too. Of course, the matter of attendance is always a contentious one, particularly concerning, you see, commoners who perform meritorious deeds or who prove their upstanding character. It beggars belief that layfolk with nary a shred of decorum should be allowed. For instance, if you, by some miracle, were to be recommended, I should...
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Very gentle
Bunch of sluggards.
Mayhap I really would have been better.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
I must confess, I don't know.
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
I must confess, I'm not. Oh, heavens above! What are we to do? 'Twas you, wasn't it? You took the Abbess from us. How could you do this? The acts She committed were unforgivable. This I cannot deny. But what do you expect will befall the rest of us in her absence? Without the abbess, we cannot possibly attend to all our patients. Without her guidance, I... Forgive me. 'Twas an improper thing to say in light of the lives taken so unjustly. I will do what I can, but I fear I cannot attend to everyone here. I fear this trial is too much for one.
What to do? What to do? Boy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water. I was hoping you'd say that. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold.
I spend my days in...
I must confess, a moment's prayer can do a world of good.
I fear I've much to attend to.
Onward to Vernworth Castle. Could you come over here? I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons. Fascinating. Quite. Though no definitive records remain.
I don't mind a bit.
All my troubles clean away this place.
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
Boy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen.
I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops or make some ourselves by finding the ingredients.
Understood.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Special blood.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just... Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done. Aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways towards improving life in the slums.
Je peux plus utiliser? Scarabée beurré. Ah putain. Fils de pute.
Indeed, you are correct. Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brand. Shall we go inform him? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
We are never truly alone. Wonder if there's any place I'd like to explore.
Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Wonderful.
Whatever am I to do?
Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. What a delight.
This isn't much to go on. We have arrived.
Fury. T'as fini de regarder ton animé?
Might as well take a look. While you're here, many thanks.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales. Wonderful.
J'ai le chat qui dort. Vu qu'il flotte.
Don't think you're safe. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. Much blood was spilled before the...
Talent's talent.
Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. What a delight.
Moi, il y a un succès pour ça. J'ai aussi pétrifié la gorgogne. Ça me fait chier parce que si je la pète, ouais, faudrait que j'aille à nouveau. Non, mais c'est soit je vais direct la pétrifier, soit je lui coupe la tête pour, tu sais, la quête avec l'autre. Ouais, pour le. Merde, pour le sculpteur. Hein.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Je pense qu'il faut faire combien de payer combien de tournées pour que les gens ils ont l'affection assez. Ouais. Parce que tu sais, il faut maxer l'affection pour 50 personnes. Je pense qu'il faut payer combien de tournées. Parce que ça augmente aussi l'affection. Bon. Lui, il faut que je revienne plus tard pour la contrefaçon. Bon, faut que j'aille m'équiper. Les takéfions, il est sur le serveur à Malkai en train de convertir quelqu'un à Star Citizen. Alors, il me faut une tenue de garde. Tu veux que je te le passe? Jambière de garde.
You know where to find.
There are no wisdom to offer.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you.
Are the Arisen? Yes? Follow me!
Tu m'emmènes où, toi? Ah mais toi tu m'emmènes pas au bon endroit. Attends.
Follow me.
Non, je veux pas te suivre. Pas pour l'instant.
So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow you passage.
Normalement je suis habillé tout en garde, il devrait pas me faire chier.
Must hold out some composed.
On a vu. Et vu que j'ai l'armure, en fait, ils me font pas chier.
You. I wonder how you must feel, having locked me away in this dismal place. Do you think yourself just? If so, you are sorely mistaken. There are many in this world who require salvation. I merely borrowed the aid of those who could offer it. Just as there are theories that may only be tested on living flesh, so are mortal bodies the sole source of certain materials. And, whatever you may think, all lives are not made equal. 'Tis the truth, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. The sickly folk of the slums are fated to die, to waste away till death grants them its mercy. I merely gave their deaths a greater purpose. If anything, I deserve your praise, not this awful cell.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh, the ruler, you say. Claim you to be arisen as well, then? I must applaud the audacity of spinning such a falsehood. Though the possibility certainly stands that the man currently residing in the palace is but a pretender. Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. Oh, very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Everyone's as tired as I am. Right.
This should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
No fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I must confess, I'm not
The monsters left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel.
I shall remain by your side.
Et maintenant, on va faire ça, et ça sera bon.
Tis our duty to see this is all to miss.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Such peace.
I'm just grateful to lead a quiet life.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Alors. Se mettre dans l'ambiance. Ah bah.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been, Your Grace?
Hmm.
Forgive me. Thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee inform me. If aught were to happen to you.
At least my back's not acting up today. There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
C'est pas à ce moment qu'on la rencontre?
A welcome respite before that hassle.
It's a bit early for a rest as yet. I suppose.
C'est à quel moment qu'on la rencontre, l'autre? Celle-là du... comment ça s'appelle maintenant? Du bordel. C'est pas cette quête-là? Parce que là, je suis allé parler au dauphin. Ouais. Et normalement, à... Ah.
I'd sooner stay out of battle were it possible.
C'est pas à ce moment-là.
Naught to look forward to but a long day of work.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. Always sets me to thinking, this place.
I'm not risking my
J'ai confondu avec cette étape-là.
Back to it, I suppose.
Alors, je peux remettre mon équipement. Par contre, je pèse à nouveau une tonne, là. Parce que j'ai des doublons.
See you, master.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'twant so far away.
On va aller les vendre.
At least my back's not acting up today.
What should I get up to today?
Well met, son. Need anything? Stop by again soon.
I trust we only purchased what we required originally.
Might as well take a look while you're here. Here, eh? Stop by again soon.
I keep my prices as...
Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales.
Wonderful.
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Well met, sir.
It's too early for
Fancy a
dinner.
gander?
I do like it here, but it can get very dark.
How grand it must be to live a life of it. What a pleasure to find you.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. Ready to tackle today's adventures, Arisen?
Well, got any arms for a man down on his luck?
They say the Sovereign was bathed in the dragon's fell flame. Such a... and yet he draws breath. I do hope His Majesty shall recover soon. Mayhap he'll walk among the people. Ready for the morrow.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Well met, sir.
My knees have been acting up of late.
Weary at this hour, sir? You? Must have quite a... tale to tell. You know where to find. What about you seems familiar.
To each their own, as they say.
Where are you off to?
Very well. I shall return.
That's quite enough.
Off to my...
This ox cart. I'll need to see some coin before I let you off.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
This may require... myself some work.
Ce truc là il s'est pas encore déclenché.
Oh, at least dreams.
We have reached our destination.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose. Wheatstone shards are treasures to be prized, though only when made whole can they work their magic.
You must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Tis a joy to see you again. Is there aught I can do for you? I would...
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can...
We must rest, though the
Ah
sun is
putain, je voulais pas dormir.
Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might I... Do come again.
Bon. Il me reste quoi? Il me reste moins de 20 à choper, c'est ça?
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But...
Ouais, il faut que je trouve les derniers.
Enough about me. Did you...
Always a pleasure.
Je pense qu'on va déclencher la cinématique.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales. Wonderful.
Ah bah. Vous avez accru l'affinité de 50 personnes à votre égard. Ah bah c'est bon. Ah voilà.
Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour... Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. Fancy a gasting?
On va faire encore sa quête à lui là.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller?
Non.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
I'd heard tell of a... So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man...
I'm glad of any business and...
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to... It pains me to say it, but I've nothing to share just now. Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray speak your will, and I'll see it done.
Gather round, gather round.
C'est pas ça que je veux, c'est ça.
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you,
Wow.
even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a call
Charlatan
to
là.
soothe my...
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
And your focus applied to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, On shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain. Should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it seems I was right. I've not much to say at the moment.
Gather round, treat your ears to...
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on... I'm yours to command, Arisen.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time. If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform you directly.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it should...
Welcome. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self.
Very charming.
Ah bah il est là lui.
If aught befell my family, I don't know what I'd do. Your presence is a soothing one.
Well, take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to...
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well? When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him...
I shall do as you say.
was striding through waters up to the knee.
What manner of madness is this?
Close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was...
Arisen. I knew you loved this world too much. Nothing to report, I'm afraid.
Ah il a enfin commencé à se barrer celui-là.
This looks as good a place as any.
Maybe I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
Look as long as you think. Well met, sir.
Wonder if there's any easy words.
Oh, all goes awry.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Oh, sir, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
What do you think? Does this suit me?
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
Any loose coin about?
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Well, I net.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Interested in my wares?
Time to be heading home.
Go on, have a look. Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
Another day, another adventure.
Interested in my wares? Not my kind of place, this. Where's my
Brisk
dagger?
walk or to ease my mind.
Go on, have a look.
It smells good, at least. That's a start.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home. Drink is a vice.
Interested in my wares? If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
A hard day's work. Go on, have a look. Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table. Interested in my wares? Buy myself a manor. Almost wish aught would happen to shake things up. Go on, have a look.
Sweetmeats and ale.
Interested in my wares?
I ought to have a mouthful before I want a dash of salt.
Time to be heading home.
Go on, have a
Donc
look.
il se barre le mec.
Just be sure you mind your manners. Just be sure you mind.
Interested in my wares? Got any tales to...
Listen up, you lot. Albert, King of Beggars, has come to quench your thirsts. Aye, the ale's on me tonight, so drink up, my friends. Drink your fill.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon. I've not much to say at the moment.
Almost wish aught would happen to shake things up. Interested in my wares?
I've
Almost
a book
wish
I
aught
ought
would
to be
happen
getting
to
back to.
shake things.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
This is
Interested in my wares?
I mustn't falter.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had. Sleep on my road. Go on, have a look.
Proper nutrition.
Chroméo ça.
Think about what's in season. Interested in my wares? I sleep on
Go
my
on,
words.
have a look.
Crowds make for easy pickings.
Got to work if I'm to put bread
Interested
on the
in my wares?
Humility.
I always draw a short straw.
The hour's grown late. Hilda's going to have my hide.
Go on, have a look. How dare you?
L'autre il se barre.
You've pushed your luck too far. Dirt, sweat, and toil.
It's been a hard day.
Very well. I shall return.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well? We'll make our...
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. Arisen. I knew you loved this world too much to leave it. Good evening, Arisen. Should you need to communicate in Elvish, it pains me to say it, but I've...
Comment j'avais fait la dernière fois?
Nothing ever seems to happen around here.
I feel more welcome here than any place else.
Got to make hay while the sun shines.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
Il veut pas sortir. Hein.
I keep my prices as...
Ah, how I've longed to embrace.
Ça c'est un anglais. Oh. Il a fait le premier Dragon's Dogma. Et il l'a fait en mode speedrun. Il a aussi joué à Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh, 'tis a relief to be home. Let us just say that not a good sleep does wonders. I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt, but I'm not tired in the least.
Ça c'est toujours fermé. Chier.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights. I have no issue falling.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Hmm.
Getting proper rest.
Tis an odd thing to wake up.
Ça j'aurais dû aller ranger ce truc.
After the sun has fallen?
That was hardly a chat.
There is much
Portal
we ought to
cristal.
tend to. We are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Vital no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that these schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain here more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Queen Regent Deeza appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow. But what precise...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerades in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe here. This should take care, Your Majesty. There is what masquerades being as they are. You will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling the...
Voilà. On va aller sauvegarder. Et on va en finir là.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
As I
Se mettre
understand
là
it,
pour
the pair of
sauvegarder.
jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Allez hop, on va finir pour ce soir. Allez hop.